Welcome back to Sunday Report. SNL alum Jon Lovitz recently tearing into the liberal late-night talk show hosts for their hyper-politicization of their once-beloved comedy shows. Basically, he's saying they're doing monologues on politics, but it's all left-leaning. Lovitz taking specific aim at Jimmy Kimmel, Stephen Colbert, Seth Meyers. And he's saying that they're funny, but they're too politically one-sided, focusing too much on the far-right politics and not enough about the entertaining of the audience. So what are we going to do? We're going to talk to some comedians about this and get their take on it. Joining me now is the Jersey outlaw, Jimmie Lee, along with comedian Christie Mayr. I want to get to, what are your thoughts, Christie, first off, on Jon Lovitz's comments? Do you agree with him?
I agree with Jon 100%. Look, he was on SNL between 1985 and 1990, some of the funniest and most successful years of SNL. And he knows these guys are funny. He's come up with a lot of these other late night hosts through improv in either LA or Chicago or New York. So he knows they're funny guys. He just knows. And Jon has been sounding the alarm on this for years now. And not only do all of the late night hosts have to be left wing, but look at all their guests. Look at the types of guests that they'll have on. They have to all have the right politics as well. And getting on one of these shows used to be a huge honor that could propel a young comedian's career for the rest of their lives. And if you're a young comic who comes off even a little bit right-wing or a little bit right of center or expresses passion about free speech or any of our amendments, you're going to be seen as basically a Trumper, and you're not going to get these opportunities. So a lot of these comics will adjust their jokes, their online personality, so that they can get these opportunities. And the ones that don't, you're just not going to see them on late night TV.
Jimmie, I got to get you in on this conversation. What do you think? Are these monologues too political? And I guess if they're going to do them, why not go both sides? Why take shots at the Republicans? If you're going to do that, why maybe take some shots at the Democrats too?
I think it should be like back in the old days when Carson had comedians on and gave, you know, us little people a chance to platform. I mean, my opinion is I think Jimmy Kimmel, he's a great comedian. I mean, he's told me that many, many times. But I mean, if he's going to do political stuff, he probably needs a laugh track, my opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, Colbert, he had that skit about the vaccine a couple years ago. He should give him a shot. He should give himself a shot in the hiney, give him a little energy. I mean, he passed away 2 weeks ago. Nobody told him. I mean, I told him stop out of and take a Viagra. I mean, but we got to get the little people back on the platform and give us a shot, you know, and do more art and love.
Christie, what's the state of SNL right now, in your opinion?
None of us watch it. None of us watch it. And we, you know, every year you'll see a list, comics to watch or new writers hired for SNL. And they might be diverse looking, but there's no diversity of thought. There's no diversity politically. It seems like if you're a member or a writer of one of these shows, that's got to be incredibly creatively stifling. And you got to think about it, Jon. If they're not listening to the viewers, if they're not looking at the lack of viewers, I should say, and they're not listening to respected colleagues like Jon Lovitz, you got to wonder, who are they listening to? It seems like it's more important to impress executives or activists than it is to connect with viewers and real Americans.
Totally agree. Jimmie, I'm giving you the last word here. What's the state of comedy right now?
Well, I know Kathy Griffin's making a comeback tour, and I was talking to her, and I said, to make a comeback tour, you actually got to be a little funny. I told her that. I said, the rate she's going to go from a C-lister to a D-lister real quick. I gave her a real good piece of advice. I said, hit the subway. Does that guy have a set of trains?
That's too funny. All right, we got to leave it there. Jimmie, thank you for coming on. Appreciate it as well.
Hey, Jon, could I ask you a favor?
Yes.
Could you tell the people in England to eat the muffins, for Christ's sake? I'm steamed up, and they're English muffins. I'm a little aggravated. Maybe you can talk to the king.
I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. All right.